So, say you're driving to Lancaster County and you keep passing farm after farm. You might think to yourself, wow, there's a lot of farms. And then you might think, I wonder what those tall towers are over here. To the left over here, as the illustration in this photo. Well, I want to tell you about these towers, which are called silos, and I want to tell you what's inside of them, and how the stuff that is inside of them gets in there. And what it is basically it is food that is stored for the cattle or bovine or whatever it is, and it's called silage, and it's stored in there for long periods of time, over the winter or however much, and there's a lot of it. There's enough of it to feed the cattle. And there's a whole lengthy process which involves transporting the silage from the field to the wagons, and from the wagons to the silo, and from outside of the silo to the inside of the silo. And first off, there's a whole bunch of equipment that's used. There's wagons, there's choppers, there's blowers, there's tractors. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to do it in the right order to get everything in there so nothing gets messed up and nothing gets broken and everything gets done efficiently and as fast as possible. And today, I want to talk to you about the process that happens in the field to get the silage into the wagon. And then I want to talk to you what happens at the silo, and then finally what you have to do when the silo gets full. First off, the tractor out in the field. A couple days before, the tractor drives in the field and it's connected to a mower, a huge mower, which cuts all the hay or alfalfa or whatever crop you're chopping down to put in the silo. And the farmer lets it sit out in the field for a couple days where it's dried out by the sun. And a couple days later, he passes over the same spot with a huge rake, which rakes it all up into a long row. Then he drives over it again, this time with the chopper attached to the back of it. And right behind the chopper is attached the wagon. And the chopper picks up this hay and it chops it into fine pieces of smaller grass. And as soon as it becomes chopped, it becomes what is known as silage, and then it's tossed into the back of the wagon. And when the wagon gets full, there's another tractor waiting to take it away. And the other tractor brings back an empty wagon, and he takes the full wagon back to the silo where the unloading process is done. First thing that the driver has to do at the silo is to park it right next to the blower, which blows it. And the blower is attached to this piece right here, and the other end of it is attached to the tractor. And the tractor makes the blower spin with such velocity, with such RPMs, that when the silage is put into the blower, it shoots it straight up to the very top, where there's a hatch at the very top. When they're filling it, it's open and that little piece sticks in there, and it goes through the pipe and into the silo from over here. And basically this is done until the whole wagon is empty, and then this process just keeps repeating with the driver going out to the field, getting another full wagon, and just keep on loading and unloading like that. And once it is almost full, you have to climb up to the top. This ladder, it's a lot higher than it seems. And you have to climb to the top to make sure that it doesn't overfill and so that stuff doesn't fly out. And at the top, you shut it from the top. You shut this hatch. There's handles that you shut the hatch with. After you turn everything off, after the blower is turned off, after the tractor is turned off, after no more silage is being put in, you climb up to the top, you shut everything off, you close everything, you make sure that everything is done good. Then you climb back down, you clean up whatever silage escaped from the wagon by mistake with the window or whatever it may be with the shovel. And then you park all the machinery away, you put it all away, you park the tractors, and this is, even though I explained this in a couple minutes, this actually takes all day to do, usually from before the sun even comes up to sundown. And this is the conclusion of a very, very hard day's work. So basically what I just went over, silo filling is done in two parts. The first part is done out in the field, and the second part is done at the silo, where it then can be filled up and preserved for the winter months. And my first job who was actually on a dairy farm. And I worked there for a couple of years before my boss asked me if I wanted to do this. And I never really did it before, but I thought, hey, why not? And he's like, the first thing he said was, okay, climb to the top of the silo and open it up and get everything set up at the top. I was definitely afraid of heights, but I did not want to look like, I didn't want to whip out in front of him, so I'm like, okay, no problem. And I did that. It took me like half an hour, but I did it. And then, after that, I started driving the tractor. That was really intense because you have so much power behind you and one little slip up and you can cause a lot of damage. Which I actually did. I parked too close to the blower, so as soon as I started driving away, the end of the end of the wagon got caught on the blower. So I ended up taking the blower with me. That cost a little bit to fix. But you know, it all turned out well because you learn from your mistakes. I got more experience from that. Look, before I got too much experience, I left there. That's not the point. So yeah, that's basically the process of how you fill a silage. Are there any questions?